Well, hi and good morning. I'm going to pull from the energy and see what's all going on within the alignment. Of course, I'm going to start off with the Eightfold Path, and then I'm going to go over to the Messenger Oracle to see what the message is. And then I think I'm going to follow up with Gaia, and then our worry list prayer to put the cherry, to put the cherry on top. I think the cherry just ready to just come on down. That's funny. My phone almost just fell over. And I really need to get me something to drink, but I don't have nothing to drink right now. I go in and drink all my little refreshments, but this has been on having me on Thrive. I've been really enjoying this beverage, honestly. But I have to go get some more because it's all gone. I was thinking of having coffee this morning, but I'm like, I'm just gonna be a little patient, and I wanted to translate this energy before I even, really just started functioning within my day. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Make sure we got all the cards. This most recently, I was shuffling. Well, I didn't even shuffle. I was about to shuffle, and I realized I didn't even have all my cards. This feels a little too light mail. Right concentration is where the mind is at, which is good. Where would the mind be headed? Where are you headed, mind? Where are you headed? Right thought. How intriguing. These are two almost one of the same. That's lovely. In this different aspect. It's different because even the colors are different, but the concept is the same. It should be a smooth sailing day. Your mind at the moment is right concentration and it's headed to right thought. That's great. I like that alignment. It's great. Um, what is the message within this? What is the message within this? Let your emotions flow. Maybe communication. You could be headed to church. It is Sunday. I thought of going to church. I still can go to church. It's still like early, honestly. There's some churches around here. But you could be headed in that aspect. It's your concentration and it's the right thought. You're going to be receiving what you need. But let your emotions flow and let two become one. Hear the ancient ones, heed the messenger, and you're going to receive good news. Ancestor style. People who've been there, done that. I have paved the way for you. Come on, just stay faithful. Let's go. That's the real actual message, I feel like. I said the order I was going to go in, but I feel the need to pull from the zodiacs. So we're going to roll over to the zodiacs. Make a quick little navigation turn. What did I say I was going to do next? Is it supposed to be worry less prayer now? See what this alignment is really quick with the zodiacs. What zodiac is influencing? That's a lot. We're going to roll with it though. We got Leo, Scorpio, Libra, and Gemini. That's 4. That's 4 that came out. I love that. Just because I'm thinking of the cross, a crossway. I want to lay it down in a cross form just because I played too much in time, but I'm serious. Yeah, you have Libra and Gemini. It's reflective energy. It's just like the path we're on, as into right concentration and right thought. It's mirroring. It's one of the same. It should all resonate. And then from head to toe, you have water, which is Scorpio energy. And it's something you can't change. When you think of Scorpio, it's paralyzing. It's something that is just stuck. Your face, you can't hide it. It is what it is. And then Leo, the sun, ruling planet, the sun. You ever think of like the sun shining on water? It's that type of energy. That's great to me. Let's see who's paired up. We have Cancer, Aries, Virgo in reverse, intriguing, and Capricorn. Why is Virgo in reverse? I feel like that's important, but I'm not sure what that is at the moment. Aquarius, Taurus, Sagittarius, and Pisces. Lovely. Pisces, Sagittarius, Taurus, and Aquarius. These are all 4 for 4 too. This is 4 for 4. It's 3 sets of 4 to 4. That's really, really important. I'm surely going to worry less prayer for that because that's really important. The aspect of three and it's coming in four. Then it comes in a balance of reflecting. That's like so perfect to me. It makes it seem simple, like what? But seriously, that's significant for sure. God walks with you. Asleep and well, what was that? I don't know what I just did, but the way my words just got twisted, it just was like my mind was on intriguing mode. But asleep and awoke in God. You're conscious. You're very aware for sure. Very awake. When you go, they the words of your parents. God shall lead you. When you sleep, they shall keep you, and when you awaken, they shall talk with you. Proverbs 6:22. Let me read that again. This is for a sleep and a waking God. When you go, they, the words of your parents, God, shall lead you. When you sleep, they shall keep you, and when you awaken, they shall talk with you. Proverbs 6:22. And God walks with you. Yes, though I walk through the deep, sunless valley of the shadow of death, I will fear or defeat no evil, for you are with me. Your rod to protect and your staff to guide, they comfort me. Psalms 23:4. My little blind self need my little glasses on. I can't hardly even see. I'm over here reading. And I'm just like, I can't see the words. Where's your glasses at, ma'am? I might need to move to contacts just because my glasses, they really do work. It's just sometimes I start seeing double just because they reflect. It's like having a mirror on a mirror or something. It becomes really intriguing. Like, honestly. Like even right now, like I'm looking at the phone, you can see like the shadows in there. I see all that and it drives me crazy sometimes. It'd be a lot. It drives me crazy sometimes. But yeah, I can't really see. It's just I see a whole lot. It's like intensified. I see a whole lot of being intensified. Hi, hi, hi. All right, we gotta read that one more time. God walks with you. Yes, through I walk through the deep and sunless valley of the shadow of death, I would fear or to see no evil, or I will fear or dread no evil, for you are with me. Your rod to protect and your staff to guide, they comfort me. Psalms 23:4. That's lovely. That's just what this energy is. It's reflective. That's like the path. Like I set this path for you. Let's just come on. Or is the Jesus aspects the in the sand, like the footprints you follow in the footprints, it's the same energy. So that's super great. That makes me excited. That's why it's worry less. Just stay faithful and true. You will be okay. It's just sometimes it's easier said than done, honestly, because the journey ain't always so smooth. Even though it's paved already, it's not always so smooth. It's intriguing. It almost feels like a contradictory. It's just, even when you read history, you see the things that people have gone through. Their road wasn't so smooth. You think it'd be super smooth by now, but somehow everybody still hit those potholes that we know that are potholes. Hopefully over time that gets better because it should by now, but now we got the law of ginger. This is what I thought came out yesterday. It came out today. How intriguing. We got the universal law, the law of ginger, and the law of action. It's blood based in its orange creativity. We may start becoming really creative. I feel like that's Gaia energy. Come here, darling. Come here, darling. 12 of Fire, the hero. Hello, faithful. Stay true. Ordinary people who do extraordinary acts. How lovely. The hero. That's so lovely. And the Queen of Fire. Independence. So we're working with female energy. The law of energy is good with female energy and action. Staying true. Keep your temper in check. King of Fire. Keep your temper in check. This is a lot of energy in fire. That was fire too, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. 12 of Fire. It's your senses. You know how to sense things out within the 12th house aspect. Some people say intuition. It's just that guidance that you naturally get, those conversations you have within your head, within yourself. That's your guidance. You trust that. And you are able to recognize signs. The Queen of Fire. This is all fire. Okay. Hello, Sunday. Hello, Sunday. And the King of Fire. Keep your temper in check. Keep that temper in check. Speaking of potholes, I'm going to call you back in a minute. And thought. That's funny. That came out for a path. That's where you headed to. It goes with attraction. Don't rush your thinking. Be certain. Thought is energy. Be mindful of the universal laws. It means if one question, hold on, Jesus. I said, hold on, Jesus. It means if one questions one's existence, the very act of doubting and then questioning is proof that one does indeed exist. What if you were something else, dreaming of being human? Thought like emotions will determine the direction of your life. Your thoughts, the way you think, shape and create the world around you. Result of our senses being stimulated and reacting to the environment in which we dwell. Moments already passed. That's just what I was saying. I knew this was Gaia energy. I had that my little notes. I feel like it's about to start running and then it will be really intriguing. I know it is a rainy day, but okay. Um, but this aspect, we're just gonna maybe dab it is a really good aspect at the moment. It's a faithful aspect. Moments has already passed. This is repeating things. This is literally following steps. Even with me, I'm getting these entries out of a book that are actually present within this energy or whenever, you get to that level. There's always somebody following after. Like a review mirror. It's intriguing. Moments already passed. A puzzle is missing. Something's missing. Jesus. Then they go back to the universal mind again. Very intriguing. Shuffle through one more time. Oh, Earth. We in the Earth zone. The Ace of Earth. New beginnings, goals, motivation. I feel like that's what it is. Needed motivation and goals. This may be an air energy. Even how the weather right now is not so sunny. Like just a minute ago, it was just nice and hot every day, back to back. Now it's just rainy every day and cloudy every day. Like we are going into fall behavior, pushing into winter. So it is expected, but that could literally be like your life reflecting also, where it's just things may be falling apart like the leaves on the tree. But that energy came out yesterday I felt the energy just like this, but it's not coming through today, but it's reminding me of yesterday energy of leaves on a tree. And if you're in fall time, you're heading into winter, things are coming on down, leaves are falling. You might be losing things or not understanding why you're losing things, something of that nature for sure. It could be discouraging. Motivation is needed. It's just like a hopeless aspect. It's intriguing. End goes. Something to seek. For me, I thrive in wintertime. Not winter. Well, I thrive in wintertime. I do like wintertime, which is kind of funny just because I got frostbitten recently, and I normally am great in cold weather, honestly. I feel like I can just move faster because my body naturally heats up. But my hands, I saw this one is over here on lean mode. It's just over here, woke in asleep, being a little funny, but seriously, this finger is gone and just, it won't lean back up. It's just on lean with it mode. And then these ones, this one is still swollen and I can bend them, but not all the way like, I'm supposed to be able to like this. But they're still there. They're still great. They still get the job done. So I'm thankful for that. But I have gotten frostbitten. So to say, oh, I thrive in wintertime just nowadays sounds just like, really, ma'am? The frostbitten one says this? Yes, I really do. But I meant to say fall time, honestly. Because things mix. Just like the leaves, everything start looking really beautiful. Oh, and like, see, right now, I'm looking out the window and I see it's raining quite hard. But it looks so beautiful. Just like, you can see like the water laid out and then the rain falling like into the puddle. It just looks so romantic to me personally. But I always think of things blending. And I think of like all the different colors, almost like the rainbow, honestly. When I think of fall time, camouflage behavior for sure. But anywho, this feels like a different energy as who needed motivation. And maybe you got motivated from what I said. I'm not sure, but that's what you're needing for sure because you're probably in a cloudy weather behavior for sure, not seeing clearly at all. What do you mean there's hope around the corner or next to me? I don't see it. It's there though, or if you just sit and be patient for a minute, it shall come or you shall run into it, but that's it. But in the meantime, you might really just have to be patient. And separation is an illusion. The leaven of earth. Heaven/earth. This came out recently too. This is a lesson you might be learning here and after. If you got somebody, which most people really do have somebody on the eternal side, it's just the awareness that they're still present. That's what you call an ancestor. That's who honestly most people our God is. When you think of God, you shall think of your ancestors. People who've been there, that they're still there. That's who you pray to. That's who's guiding you. Which that's kind of funny just because I actually had a conversation with somebody in this aspect most recently. I gotta take this glass off because I feel like I'm over here on double vision. Just looking at myself and I'm seeing like reflection drive me crazy sometimes, honestly. But seriously, I was on a bus and I was talking to this lady and she is a great lady, honestly. I even went to her page. We're friends now on Facebook. And she really is spiritual. She like talk about things from like Egypt and things like that, like spaceships and things of that nature. I haven't looked through her whole page. I just scrolled. But anywho, she has an open mind. She's willing to receive knowledge and wisdom, which is great for me. But she kept saying there is one God. And then she was saying that, of course, God is black. But she think that they can make sure I word this right. I won't put words in people's mouth. But I'm gonna have to respond back the way that I said, 'cause I don't remember what made me ask this question as to then who is the white people's God? If God is black, or do the white ones not have a God? Because I honestly do believe that we pray to our ancestors. I believe our bloodline literally is who we pray to. Okay? But they kept saying it's only one. Maybe it's only one from your awareness, but it surely is our ancestors we pray to. That's who our guardian angels are. But that just was a discussion that we had tapped on. It just was intriguing to me as into it was only one certain people who had a God. It's just like everybody believes in a God. Everybody, see, that's the thing that got me before I started actually believing what I believe, what I just said and projected. Realizing that they say there's one God, but there's so many different religions who claim a God. That part being an intriguing part. If it's one, then how is there so much separation? You know, but we're having so many miracles and blessings within all those aspects where it seems like, oh, that's a God aspect. My part is right because we're seeing all these blessings and miracles and alignment happening, but how is there only one? But in a separated aspect, even though Gaia did say separation is illusion. And I say that just because I was like, all these different religions, that's separated. They're almost against each other like a war aspect, but they believe in the same concept for the most part. So it just was an intriguing topic. It's something that I just wanted to speak on because it just made me think of that. That's something I really do believe in. It took me a little minute, honestly, when I first started in my faith journey, because I grew up Christian, but honestly, it feels weird saying that just because I wasn't following that belief. I wouldn't say I was behaving like a Christian, but then again, it's like, what did we behave like? Well, we still go through things. We still have our ups and downs. We still learn also. We still are checked in the class too. We're still trying to evolve too. So that's almost a stereotype, but seriously. I never knew why I went to church. I didn't understand the concept of what I was showing up to or supposed to be believing in even went. My mom never shared that information. We just showed up to church and, sit there and, we head out. None of it, Bible study aspects, learning what the spirit is, why these people in here running around the church, that's the Holy Ghost, I didn't learn none of that. I just showed up. So that's why I'm like, I don't know if I should even be saying I was a Christian, but I grew up Christian based concept, metaphorically. But as I got older and started seeking faith within myself, I began to pray to Allah. And I did feel better, but I wasn't seeing results. As I always say, people, when they pray and they get their blessing, they normally say they got a whole lot. Like, I got a new house, new car, I got new friends and everything. My situation stayed the same, but I felt better. And that's the part that I always enjoy the most, just because it's like, ain't that how it's supposed to be? That's like the starter aspect, man. You accept that part, and then you just continue and you get better. But I got discouraged because nobody around me was claiming Allah as somebody that I should have been praying to. They said that was for one particular aspect of a group, which is Muslim. And I don't identify as Muslim. I do spiritual work. So I stopped praying. But the whole concept is I did feel better within my own personal self. Yes, I had chaos around me, but my personal self felt great. Honestly, that's the intriguing part. It's just, why you didn't take me out this situation? Why I couldn't get blessed with a home? Like, that's how I thought prayer went. But that's how I thought prayer went. Ma'am, you just needed a peace of mind and you could have dealt with anything, okay? That's all you needed and that's what you got. That's my testimony. I play too much, but seriously, I'm dead serious when I say that. But over time, once I kept going within my spiritual journey, I felt the need to go to church. And I started going back to a church, but that church was a Jewish church, a Catholic base. And I loved it, but within me going through so much still, I have to say I was going through something for real. And telling the ordained minister, what was my situation, he seemed lost. Like he had never heard this type of storyline in his life, And I was just like, I was intrigued, but at the end of the day, he told me I was better needed outside the church. And that, honestly, that was another discouraging aspect. Like, I'm not good enough to even be in the church either. Jesus, this is intriguing. I'm not even good enough to be in the church. This is ridiculous. But I really have been thriving out here, honestly. I can't even lie. And it do make a lot of sense. It's just, honestly, I was discouraged. I felt like he was being funny. I almost wanted to use the race card. Like, oh, it's because I'm black. It's because I'm freaking of a darker shade. But because now I went to that church, it was all pretty much pale people, very, very light complected people in there and odor on top of that. But I don't use the race card. I don't like to play that card. But honestly, that's really how I felt, honestly. But I am really needed out here because a lot of people are afraid to even come to the church, because the church seems to not be so accepting, you know. So us believers sometimes have judgmental behavior that discourages newcomers. They know we always don't come equipped because they know we don't always come equipped already, even though we already be equipped. That's the funny part. Even with me saying I grew up Christian, but I'm not sure if I should even be saying that. I always had guidance. I always had guidance. I always knew what time it was. That's how I do tarot. Like, I ain't got my tarot cards right now. Like, I'm using like my books, but I miss my cards. But anywho, I can just say it and use the cards to confirm it. Like, I use them as just a tool. I probably even did it throughout this video as to you just said that, and then the card come out. It's the same aspect, but that's like a profit aspect. But I have a hard time sometimes using those words just because. But maybe that's one of my problems. Um, not owning it, but I just say it's a motivator speaker. I giving you what you need to move forward. But and people get discouraged once they hear that word because they have a perspective of what it's supposed to come like or be like or even what it do. It's like even the snake on my dog on Facebook. The people get afraid of snakes. You go back to the beginning. The snake told this person to eat the apple, and then the person ate the apple. Maybe it was meant for just that person. The other person maybe shouldn't have been dabbing in it. Was that a whole faithful relationship? A lot of relationships ain't even faithful. You know, I'm just saying, you have to read all the lines, okay? Not just partial of them. Just because you were supposed to eat that don't mean your partner was. Definitely if your partner wasn't a faithful aspect. I'm just saying that's a really important aspect. And that's something I'm learning within relationships that drive me crazy. Is a lot of people are together, but they don't trust each other. They don't like each other. I shouldn't maybe say like each other, but trust is a really big aspect that seems to be really difficult within relationships. Like, I can be honest with my partner. I can't just tell my partner everything. How is it your partner then? I can go and tell all my friends, but my actual person my ride or die, I can't tell them. Why? Because they probably leave me. Then it's not the ride or die. It's the I'm gonna die. No, I want to die. I think that's selfish behavior to me. Honestly, I think it's selfish because like you're making somebody else miss out on maybe y'all are meant to detach. But since you just want to hold on to a lie or a fantasy, you depriving yourself and somebody else. That's no bueno. And how did I drift off? I would say, how did I drift off into relationship base? Thinking about the Apple aspect in relationships. Okay, that faithful part and trust. Trust is really, really important. Because I really do believe that you weren't supposed to share it. You weren't supposed to share it. Or honestly, I do believe you're supposed to pray over your food before you ate it. You didn't pray over your food before you ate it. You gotta be careful of the energy you take on. That prayer is protecting it, but if you don't pray before, then things like that happen. But when they saying you heard the voice of God, oh yeah, you entered into oneness for sure. For sure. Once you get in oneness, you can't hide nothing. You like a natural tracking device. They gonna know what you've been doing. They can feel it. They gonna see it. It will reflect. It's just the way it goes, okay? It's just the way that it goes. That's why trust and honesty is really important. I won't say to always do the right thing, but if you got trust, of course, you always go do the right thing. But I don't want this video to be too long. I ain't trying to rush you either. I'm gonna just let spirit flow, but I feel like that really is it. So, till next time, guys, be kind.